French, naissance means birth. Okay, that's what it means. And prior to the Renaissance, all the art in Europe were of dark-skinned people. Here's Solomon from the 1200s, and when the Renaissance era came along, some bloke went around and red white. A lot of the art, what they did was they took the art and they put a solution on the art to change the dark images to a lighter image. Look, here it is. Here's a, oh, we're not Jews. There's an image of a dark image, and he's repainting it white. Yeah, that's a fact. Iconoclasm, that's what it's called. Destroying the image.
Yeah, that is a bit of it.
Was Jesus a Semite?
Who?
Jesus.
They started to paint his hand white.
Yeah, was he a Semite? You don't know that race?
Semitic. Shem.
Right, if you want to take that. He was.
So
that means he was darker than me.
Shem was lighter than you. Listen. Are you trying to say that? Are you trying to say that Shem means something to do with colour or something?
No.
So why did you
I'm
say?
asking you, what race was Jesus?
Jesus Christ was a Judite.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yeah, it means Judah. He was what?
Semitic, like the Jews.
Semitic.
The Jews are Semites.
What, the Jews?
That's their race.
The Jews up there. Stand for them.
All Jews. You're a Semite, you're not a Jew.
Real Jews are black. Those people that are perpetuated to be Jews are not the real Jews. They are Shemites. But they are Shemites, okay? The Caucasian is a Shemite. The Negroes and all these people are Shemites. The Chinese and the Japanese are Shemites. The Arabs are Shemites. They all come from Shem. Noah had 3 sons. One of them was called Shem, and they all come from Shem.
So all the Romans, all the Greeks, all the Palestinians, all the Jews that lived at the time of Jesus in Judea were black.
We're all Shemites.
Yeah, were they black?
I just told you, bro. It's not funny.
I'm asking a simple question.
Anyway, he got a question there.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I didn't want to get you out. I just want to know.
But you know, are we being racist? Do you think we're being racist?
When it suits you, you're obscenely racist. But when you're challenged on it, you back away from it.
Let me say this.
Can
Can I say this?
I just want to see if your compatriot here has got the same view as you, because they will see if you're going on. Am I obscenely racist?
He did say earlier that Israelites are all colours, not just black people. This is my question. How do we know?
No, am I obscenely racist?
I don't think you're being obscenely racist.
I don't think you're going off there.
But I do think he makes some points. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, because
I think he makes
said that loud enough when the police were in. They didn't lock me up,
I say
mate.
to the BNP when they're trying to sell me a player, if they talk racism, I tell them they're talking racism. I don't step back because they're going to be offended. That's a shame.
I'm not being racist, mate.
You said the blacks went to the Caucasians.
Is that again?
You said the blacks were sold to the Caucasians.
But that is fact.
That's a fact.
That is fact.
You said race what suits him. When I say the Britons were sold to the Romans, you said, oh, the Caucasians to Caucasians.
But he also said they might be Israelites.
And he said, I better say that because I don't know.
I don't know. How do I know?
Exactly. You're standing there as a priest.
Don't have it there,
telling
turn the camera.
listen to you.
I know the Bible.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry.
I don't read it.
No, but that's what we're
Rubbish
dealing
from
with.
beginning to end. Absolute
That's what we're dealing with here. We're going out of the Bible. Okay, so don't call me a racist and this and that. Because I'm only talking about racist things. What racist things did I say?
Black were sold to the Caucasians. So the whites were sold to the whites.
No. What I said is a fact. It's a fact, right?
Yeah, and it was the blacks who were
How
selling.
can it be racist?
Was it blacks who were selling the blacks?
No, it was Africans selling Hebrews.
Can I ask, how do you know who is an Israelite? If Cameron has
2 different nations.
and Bobby there, how do I know if I'm an
I'll get that.
Israelite?
I've got it here for you anyway. I've got it here.
Don't find one of them.
You think it's a matter of the spirit?
I'll get it in a minute. I'll get it in a
So
minute.
if you have a pure spirit, you're an Israelite.
Because you've got Israelites that are just not going to make it anyway.
Don't you have to have descent? You don't have to be descended from
Yeah, you've got to be descended, but once I said you've
To
got
be a Messiah, you have to come from David down through Solomon. That's why you look in the New Testament, when you look at the ones that go back from Joseph, 2 completely different lists. Because 2 people wrote them.
No.
Because one is a lineage. One is two different lineages.
There's 2 different lineages.
Yeah, because obviously the lineage of your mum is different to the lineage of your dad.
They both start with
Unless
Joseph.
you're
They both start with Joseph.
incestuous.
No, you got that wrong.
They both start with Joseph.
No, you got that wrong.
And by the way, God was his father, no?
No.
So why did he go back through the lineage to get to David? Because he had to sell this new religion to the
You
Jews.
ask a question and then I answer you I just answered you clearly, and you still try and talk, man. You know, listen, spiritually, yes, he was, right?
Okay.
Well, what's that? Romans 1?
Oh, I can't respond. I see. So even when you do speak, I'm not allowed to respond.
No, I didn't say you couldn't respond.
Well, then let me just tell you.
You know what? I don't think we should, man. I don't think we should have.
I'm sorry, this guy, man.
Calling me an obscenely racist.
Listen, I'm racist. I'm for my race. That's what it means. That's what it means, man.
See, they're not denying it.
Yeah, but I'm for my race. That's what it means.
What they're saying is race is not the same as colour.
Right.
So what they're saying the Israelites were a race.
Yeah.
Right.
The Israelites and whoever
They're
they
not
say
all the
that.
same colour.
The Israelites and whoever they say that.
The word race comes from the Latin rasa, which means seed.
I didn't know that. I've learned
That's what it
something.
means.
Yeah.
Okay? So your lineage or your seed. That's all it means. So if I put my own race, I put my own seed. What's wrong with that?
I don't have a problem with that.
Right, so then that's
I'm
one.
saying you do.
But no, he doesn't either. And that's racism. As the term, or sorry, as this world would put bad connotations on that word, why you say, oh, you're racist, Well, as we've explained to you, it just means that you're for your race.
Every time we've asked you to tell us who the Israelites are, you've never done it.
Let me tell you who you
Oh, we found it.
They've even got fatter ones, isn't it? They make fat up.
And then you're dismissed.
That's right,
Outside.
Matthews 15. That's what you want. Then Jesus went thence and departed unto the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast.
When it says a woman of Canaan,
Oh, no, let him read it. Let him read it.
You've got to break it down.
Let him read it.
He has to break it
He has
down.
to put his version on it. Let him read it, and then I'm dismissed.
So, all right, let me just say this here before I continue. Let me say this before I continue.
Then I can say
When
something.
you, yeah, of course, I'm not stopping you. When you read something, do you not then try to understand what you've read?
Absolutely.
Right, so what do you mean he's putting his twist on it? What are you talking about?
Because he's now going to give them a version of what you're saying.
Okay, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to read. Well,
You read it, let him break it down.
We'll read it, and you break it down. Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah.
All right.
Easily.
All right. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same. And I'll say this: his breakdown.
Oh, hold on.
And I'll say this, right?
break it down.
His breakdown will be from his mind, will it not? Exactly. So why should we listen to him?
Or is it him speaking?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
But that's
These guys
Esau,
are full
man.
of shit,
That's
man.
Esau.
They're full of shit.
So we can start again.
Read it up.
We're going to start again.
I'm going to start again. I'm going to read it slowly.
Yeah,
And 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. Okay? But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. And he said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Right?
So, did anyone want to break that down?
No,
What
you
Jesus said?
break it down.
Anyone want to break that down about it? Feed it to dogs.
And I'm going to finish. Let me finish. Then Jesus answered. Hold on.
Child is very, very sick.
Let me finish, man.
Let him finish
Let me
it.
finish. There's still more. There's still meat to this.
Remember, he tried to break it down.
We're finishing it.
I'm the one who's
Remember, remember,
I was in the middle of it when he insisted on
All right. You break down and I'll continue.
Esau,
read it
boy.
and I'll dismiss.
Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. And Jesus departed from thence and came nigh into the sea of Galilee. Okay, now you break that down, man. Go on. Break it down, man.
Make of that what you will. I'm dismissed.
See, the wicked flee when no man pursueth. Do you understand?
Have a nice day,
The
mate.
wicked flee. You know?
Damn devil.
No? Now the righteous, now Yahweh said to the woman, right? O woman, great is thy faith. Okay? Now in the scriptures it says the just shall live by faith. Do you understand? And that just are the Israelites. You understand? So maybe she came from the land of Canaan, but she was an Israelite. Okay? But because he can't extrapolate that from the scriptures, because maybe he reads one scripture and thinks, oh yeah, the Most High loves everybody, he doesn't go precept upon precept, he doesn't get the full understanding. Do you understand? Okay? So that's why we go from one scripture to the other to make a point. Right? But he doesn't get it. So he runs down the street. Right? Do you get it? What do you get, man?
Right, let me read this scripture now, to show that you got our people in all different lands. And if you're in a different land, you'll be caught by that. You'll be caught by that land. Understand? Like for instance, when the Ethiopian eunuch.
So who's our people? Israelites.
You know the Ethiopian eunuch? You know the story of the Ethiopian eunuch? Okay. The Ethiopian eunuch was an Israelite living in the land of Ethiopia. The Ethiopian eunuch was an Israelite who was living in that land. So if I live in Jamaica, they're going to call me a Jamaican. I'm still an Israelite, but I'm living over there. They're calling me a Jamaican. Do you understand? I'm over here, I'm from Britain. They call me I'm British. Right? I'm an Israelite living in Britain being called British. But I'm still an Israelite. Does that make sense?
You know what a eunuch is? You know what a eunuch is? What's a eunuch?
Somebody
Okay, why is that?
why is that? Might be biological, might be maybe it's because you are not.
Because what they used to do in that particular time, they used to take Israelites as slaves and have some of them as eunuchs to protect their harems. Okay, they're places where they have their women. Okay, and they would guard their women, and they would make sure that they didn't have sex with their women by cutting off their penises. Do you understand? And that's what happened to this boy. Right? They chopped him, that's why he was a eunuch, and that's why when you read it, it's Isaiah 6. Right, that's why when you read on it says, they shall make to give him a name greater than the sons and daughters. Okay, because he couldn't have them. Okay, but his name that would be the name that they're going to give him, that's going to be greater than his sons and daughters, is because he's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Do you understand? He's going to gain salvation, and only our people are going to gain salvation, not everyone else.
Okay, this is the proof that our people are scattered amongst all different nations. Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, a second time, right, to recover the remnants of his people. First time he set his hand was in the land of Egypt when he recovered his people. That's the first time, and he's going to do it a second time. Read it again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt, and from Paphos, and from Cush. Ethiopians. Right? From Cush. So you got people that are in amongst the Cushites. And from Elam, what's Elam? Elam's the Indians. So amongst the Indians, you got our people amongst them. Catching hell more because in India you got certain castes where you got certain Indians that just don't like.
And the cities, the black Africans that's in India now. Right, you got in India now, you got black Africans that's been there thousands of years taken there by the Arabs, the Arab people, and the proper black Africans.
No,
I mean like they look like, you know, yeah. How they get
Arabs,
there?
the Arabs done a whole lot worse than
I can't wait to get
we were enslaved with the Arabs for where is it? Let's read this. Arab slave trade, 700 to the 1911s. That's more than 400 years. That's 1,200 years of slavery under the Arabs. In the 17th century, Arabs spread Islam across North Africa to Spain, throughout the Middle East, and deep into Eastern Africa, where they converted African natives, while at the same time subjugated many into slavery. Slaves were used for mining, agricultural, and domestic servants. Many slave boys were castrated. Most of them died. And but these that survived guarded harems, right? Women were favoured in the slave trade, and sex slavery was common. It is estimated that over the 12 centuries in which the trade was active, 14 to 20 million Africans, 2/3 of their women, were sold in the Arab slave markets. An important part of the complex trading network. So the Arabs,
They've done worse than the white man.
Yeah, they're the worst.
the Arabs are gonna get kicked.
And evidence is in Islam.
The Arabs are gonna
Bin Laden.
get messed up.
Like,
All of the nations are gonna get
Israel
messed up.
was an African slave. Bin Laden.
But anyway, and it shall come to pass that the Lord shall set his hand again to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, Egypt, Paphos, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamath, and the islands of the sea. It's not Tokyo, Japan. It's not Japan an island. It's not our people in Japan. It's not Australian island. It's not some of our people in Australia. It's not England an island.
Oh, Indies, wow. Oh, England, yeah. England, yeah.
You're in England, yeah? You got England. That chap was here and he's saying, no, but the British are this and that. I've got something to read it. It says that this is the British family. It says top left. The Moors of Yorkshire. Where's Yorkshire? It's over here, yeah? Right. Including Sir Thomas More, the Chancellor of Henry VIII.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
Right? So you know Thomas More, don't you? Yeah? Let's see what Thomas More looks like. There's Henry